Ave Regina,
Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "Stop judging, that you may not be judged. For as you judge, so will you be judged. And the measure with which you measure will be measured back to you. Why do you notice the splinter in your brother's eye, but do not perceive the wooden beam in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me remove that splinter from your eye,' while the wooden beam is in your eye? You hypocrite, remove the wooden beam from your eye first. Then you will see clearly to remove the splinter from your brother's eye." The Gospel of the Lord.
We live in a somewhat judgmental society. If someone fails in some way, people can take certain delight in drawing attention to their failure. In that sense, the message of Jesus in today's Gospel reading has a somewhat subversive feel to it. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Jesus seems to be suggesting that when we judge others, we are leaving ourselves open to God's judgment. Jesus may be implying that when we judge someone, we are doing something that only God can do. We simply do not have the insight into others to judge them fairly or justly. Perhaps Jesus was more aware than we are of the danger that in judging others, we can easily be wrong. He understood that our limited vision can make it very difficult for us to judge others fairly. Sometimes our limited vision comes from the many failings in ourselves. That seems to be the point of the humorous image that Jesus is conveying in today's Gospel. We cannot attempt to take a splinter out of the eye of someone else while all the time we have a plank in our own eye. We need to attend to the plank in our own eye first. We need to put our energies into renewing ourselves rather than condemning others. Only then we can begin to see as the Lord sees. We could consider judge not from three aspects. First, we are unworthy to pass a final judgment on any person or situation. We need to let God be God, and as human beings, we need to know our limitations. Secondly, we are not to judge the motives of other people. Human beings can see only the external. God sees the heart of the person. Thirdly, we are not to be petty fault finders. We need to cease having a microscopic vision in order to scan and scrutinize the faults and weaknesses of others. Judging in the sense of Jesus is condemning. It is to have a negative and pessimistic attitude towards human beings and condemning and rejecting them outrightly and absolutely. So, my dear brothers and sisters, in today's Gospel, God is once again telling us to examine first our conscience before we throw the judgment to others and their actions. Let us examine certain aspects of our life. Do I maximize the sins and faults of others and minimize mine? Do I come to quick, hasty, and negative conclusions in my day-to-day life when I encounter with others? Do I dilute an unkind remark by saying, I was only joking? Do I say something critical and then trying to cover it up? Probably these all questions may enable us to be a better person in Jesus. So let us look into ourselves and see what are the things that I need to change in order to be a better person and not condemning or judging others based on the peripheral and outward appearances of others. So let us ask for that grace so that our humility will reward one day and God will grant us His grace.
Regina Celi,
Letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia, ora pro nobis Deum, alleluia.